Are they avoiding certain food groups? Are they on a diet? When we talk about female athletic health, these are some of the things that I want you to be aware of. And it's not just females, but obviously we're talking about that tonight. The Red S syndrome happens in males as well. And if we take out the menstrual cycle, a lot of the other factors are the same. But if we look at female athlete health screening here, this is just a little tool, and you should get this at the end, I think, through Hamish, that I kind of develop, and I'm sure there's another resource out there. But if you just put this in a bit of a checklist, you can start to have a look at this with your athletes, especially if you're in things like rep teams or school teams or something where you get quite a lot of exposure to these athletes, and you possibly get a chance to have some conversations with them before the season. So this menstruation, we want to know, do you get your period? Like, first of all, do you get your period? And yes is not the end of that answer. So the end of that answer is talking about whether it's regular. Have you ever missed a period? Are you on hormonal contraception? So there's more questions to be asked from that, because getting a period when you're on hormonal contraception is not the same thing. We can go into that, won't have time. So talking about nutrition, tell me about your daily eating, the amount that they eat and the timing. Are they skipping breakfast? Are they avoiding certain food groups? Are they on a diet? Do they have concerns about their weight? Have they had concerns in the past? Those sorts of things. For adolescents, we know that sleep is hugely important and should be encouraged. We know that there's a 1.8 times injury risk if they're not getting 8 hours a night. So all of those things around good sleep hygiene and making sure that you get plenty of sleep is real. I know personally for me, I've experienced Red S, and I still have issues around low energy availability. If I get it wrong, my first system to break down is my sleep. And what we know about athletes, or what we don't know, is we don't know which one of these systems will break down in which athlete at what time. So it's different in everyone, and that's why the menstrual cycle is not the be all and end all. You know, we need to spot these other issues around these factors here. Injury and illness. Do your athletes, have they got any current injuries? But more importantly, have they got repeated or recurrent injury history? And especially with illness as well. So those athletes that get sick all the time, or your children are getting sick all the time, or every 6 or 8 weeks they come down with another cold or flu. So those sorts of things. How does the athlete feel about their training? Are they motivated? Parents and coaches, if you've got children or adolescents coming to your trainings or not wanting to go to trainings because lack of motivation, or, you know, we're talking about this from an energy level, then there are things that we need to be, you know, factoring in. Obviously, it could be that we're running some really bad practices, but we also need to factor in whether they're motivated to train, and having a look at what sort of training they've been leading up to, what they do during the week, and how we kind of look at that over a total loading, you know, for these adolescents.